What's good, you guys? Zach Dowdy here, and just yesterday this is what our garage looked like, and this is what it looks like today. So before we dive into today's video about DIY skateboard decor, let me catch up really quickly with our garage renovation and how we got to here and what our plans are. So this all started last weekend when me and Erica decided to take everything out of the garage just to reorganize and start basically improving this creative space that we have. And then in the mix of that, we were just so excited that we started to paint some of the back wall. Then when we were painting, we just realized this is such a bigger project than we had anticipated. So we ordered a paint sprayer and a bunch of paint online, and yesterday it all arrived. So we took everything out and started painting. And after spending about an hour on the paint sprayer, just getting super frustrated, I said, screw it, we're getting out the old trusty rollers. And we just started using the rollers because the sprayer just wasn't functional. It wasn't that great. We got it from Amazon. It's a cheap version. The really expensive versions are just a big investment for painting a garage. And now we are almost done, pretty much everywhere. I have this wall behind me and I need to do some touch up on today, but painting is really exhausting. It's pretty tiring. We spent about 10 hours painting yesterday, so I figured why not take a little break today and use some of my old skateboard parts to do some home decor with. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna make is something super simple. I wouldn't say it's necessarily decor, but it is kind of decor, and it's something that every skater should have in their garage or somewhere in their home. Super easy to make. I'll show you right now. All you're gonna need to make this is one truck and one wheel. Truck, got an old Indy here, been sitting around forever, and I got an old Bones wheel. Found some sewing yarn. You're gonna need a couple screws as well. Just 2 screws, or even 2 nails. You can use a hammer and nail, or you can use screws. There's lots of ways you can go about this. So the first step is to basically get your truck onto the wall. Essentially, you wanna get it onto the wall like this. All right, I got the truck on there. You do want a little bit of tilt, so don't screw it all the way into the wall. All right, now I'm trying to figure out how much string I need. Essentially, I'm gonna tie a wheel to the very end of the string, and that's going to be the game. You're going to swing this, try to capture the wheel onto the truck. I'm sure you played this game before. If you haven't, you're in for a treat because this is like the funnest game to pass time ever. Next thing is just measure out how much rope you're going to need depending on where you're putting the rope and how you're hanging the rope. Whew. I'd say if anything, this teaches you persistence. There's also a lot of really cool ways to recycle skateboards into decor, like cutting boards, coasters. I've seen all sorts of really cool things. My friend makes guitars out of recycled skateboards called Prism. So there's all sorts of stuff like that. But today we're sticking more to just the home decor with things you can make that are laying in the trunk in your spare parts cabinet. Now I am gonna have a desk out here eventually, a little desk situation. So why not take this opportunity to make some little desk ornaments or something put on our desk with some of these spare parts. I do have an idea of basically using some concrete and doing like a mold with parts just in them kind of floating out. Let's go see if I could find something to pour the concrete in and put the parts on top, and I think video for this might be better than me explaining it. Now you could use plastic or anything really, but I'm gonna use this for this project. I think I can pull this off. So for this project, I'm gonna use some old mortar I had laying around. I've done tons of DIY videos on how to build skate spots with mortar as well. So mortar could be a multi-use, multi-functional thing. So yeah, I just had some extra mortar laying around concrete. I'm gonna mix it together. That's 1 part water to every 4 parts concrete. I've never done this myself, so this is totally experimenting as I'm showing you how to do it. I don't know if that really makes sense, but hey, experience is the best teacher, right? I'm actually really excited for this one. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've never really done anything like this, but pretty cool. Last thing I would say is just to wipe up all the excess stuff over your mold just to make sure that it's like a nice clean top surface. So yeah, just that way when you're taking it off after it's cured, there's no ragged edges. Typically mortar takes about 12 to 24 hours to set, but because we're doing this in a form and then we're pulling it off, I'm gonna let that set for a little bit while, but I will let you know and keep you updated on that project. So if you've been skating a good portion of your life, like I have myself, I've seen a lot of skateboard furniture that is really cool during that time, like skateboard tables and chairs and all sorts of different skateboard decor made of skateboards and screws and just putting it together. And I loved it at that time, but I guess now I kind of want to do some projects that are a little more timeless feeling that I can put into my house today that look cool. With that being said, I'm going to draw some inspiration from those days of old skateboard decor and think of a modern take on it with the shelf that we can make from an old skateboard deck that I have lying around. But I think the hard part for this is going to be finding some rope. But what I'm going to do just for today's example, showing you a couple DIY decors that you can do really quick in one day, I'm just going to use the same rope that we built the first original project that I showed you earlier. So we're just going to use some rope and basically go in between the board and build a quick shelves. One thing I'm going to make sure that I do is make sure I measure each rope identical. So I'm going to measure one of these ropes right here. Then I'm not going to measure another one. I'm just going to cut another one to those exact dimensions as well. I mean, this was really quick. I think it took me under 2 minutes, but it's not perfect up here. I probably could fix this if I was keeping it. It's more for demonstration's sake. Hang some plants on it, super easy. It took me, like I said, under 2 minutes. Another cool, quick DIY skateboard decor thing we can do is have a wall hanger. Everyone knows how to hang a skateboard, but make it glow. I have seen this done really cool where people just have this glow effect to the skateboard on the wall. So I do have a light that I think I can use. So we're gonna try adding some ambient glow to this wall hanger really quick. I think any LED light, basically anything without a cord will work for this. I have this little camera light. It's really nice and efficient, but I think any light that you can basically mate and mount onto the wall without a cord, like I said, I think is gonna work perfectly fine for this. So basically I just took the same screws from our previous shelf that we just built and I put them in right here to hold up this light. This is pretty makeshift. I could probably put one or two more to really hold it in there sturdy, but I think this gets the job done. However you want to put the light on there, as long as it's not going to fall off, I think you're golden. And then next step is just to hang the board right over that. Well, clearly to see the real effect of this, it needs to be a little bit darker. So let me shut the garage door so we can see how cool this looks. Okay, not quite as dramatic as I had anticipated, but I think if you did this in your living room or something where it does get really dark at night, it could look really cool. Or imagine like a whole board wall with all these lights behind them. I think that would look super rad and really epic. Growing out the quarantine beard. I've never grown out a beard. It's so patchy. Yeah, you don't have to comment on that. This has been really fun. I've truly enjoyed myself. I want to keep doing DIY decor all day, but I need to finish this garage. As far as the little concrete sculpture that I made today, I would love to give you guys an update on that. I guess the only way is if you hit the subscribe button. In the next video, I will show you how that comes out after it's cured because yeah, it needs some time to cure. So next video I upload, I will show you exactly how that looks and how that came out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, share it with the whole world. I need to finish this garage today. Thanks for letting me take a little break with you guys and making this video. Back to the garage work. See you guys in the next one. Stay on MASH.